The weed is good in Miami tonight, obviously.
Experiment is off to a good start. Hi, everybody. Welcome on board. It's Late Night with LP. We'll do some just chatting. I got some all-new scenes built for this. Not that they're anything like different from what I've done before. But, you know what? I figure I need a just chatting kind of thing because I don't have one. And we'll take it on a test drive on a late night Saturday. Thank you guys for coming in and joining me. All the usual channel points rewards apply. I think we're ready to go. Might be. Let's give it a try. All right, here we go. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome aboard. It's me, LP, and it is late. Holy cow, it is late, huh? This is later than I am normally on. Most certainly later than I normally start. And this VOD will not be going up for a goodly while because I do the VODs at least 25 hours after I'm done. But hi, welcome aboard. It is Saturday night / Sunday morning. It is literally turning Sunday morning right now as I drink this frosty beverage. Happy Saturday / happy Sunday. Wherever you happen to be on this great big ball of dirt we call planet Earth. That we try to make smaller with this weird freaking thing we call the internet. How's everybody doing? So I'm going to try my hand at just chatting. Let's see what happens. Don't worry. I have, if I need to, some scenes cooked up to where I can go and get interesting content if I want to. And like, for example, we can watch me. But who wants to watch me? That's a thing for later. We'll do that later. We can go look websites up and stuff. But for right now, it's just kind of hang out and chill and wait for folks to come in and start talking. I'm hoping folks will come in and talk anyway. That is the definite hope. There's the cat. Ripping up the... Don't you even think you can stand on that cardboard box, boy? I'm working on a cheap solution to put up my sound foam, right? My acoustic tiles, because up until now, it hasn't really been either feasible or completely necessary. But with winter coming, and yes, folks, winter is coming. In fact, it'll be here in what is today, the 13th? It'll be here in 8 days. But anyway, yeah, winter's coming. Things are going to kick in here. There's going to be not only water flowing through my back wall here of my apartment, which is the drainage for the boiler for the entire complex, but it'll also be flowing through the front half as well, so I will be getting running water in stereo. I'm not exactly sure what Ronald is doing, but it can't be good. It can't be good. My cat is usually up to no good, so... Anyway. So now, just chatting. What do we talk about? I don't even know what to talk about. Besides my cat running around like a madman all of a sudden. Hey! Come here. I'm not playing a game tonight. You can actually come bother me. And of course, he completely disappears. The one night, I actually would let him get up in my lap and play around. And he's just completely running around like a maniac, doing whatever it is that maniac cats do at midnight on a Saturday. If you know what maniac cats do on a Saturday night, hit me up on Twitter with the hashtag Maniac Cat Saturday Night. No. Not really. Sorry about that. That one kind of snuck up on me. It's usually what they do anymore is my bodily functions catch me off guard. Like they're trying to surprise me. It's almost like they're trying to scare me or give me a heart attack or something weird. I don't know. Coughing, burping, that sort of thing. It's kind of ekes its way out, even though I definitely have access to the mute button and thus can change it if I need to. So let me bring my phone over here so I can actually see my dashboard. There we go, and that way I can keep track of things going on behind the scenes here. I also have everything up and happy right here in front of me on the streaming PC. So everything's good. I think I need a background. What background do you think I should use? You guys can change my background if you're new and you don't already know. You guys can change my background with channel points. They are the cheapy ones, the 50-point jobbies right here. Like, for example, the existential one, which is a favorite of mine right away. I love it. It's my tool tunnel. That's what the actual video file is. That's what I named it. It's not the actual name of it, but I called it Tool Tunnel because Tool fans, you know, get really into the Alex Gray artwork here. And this is similar to that. It's kind of a fractal, existential thing that Tool fans try to get deep over, right? That's a thing. Tool fans. Tool fans are weird because I am one, but I'm not one of them. Like, I'm a fan of Tool. I like Tool's music. I love Tool. I'm on a list that includes members of Tool. However, I do not get Tool fans and the need to be perceived as super duper deep. I don't get that. Wow, my TV is actually in sync with my preview here on my PC. So if I bring this up again and I show you that, that is exactly what I'm seeing on my TV. So I can wave like this, and then we can watch me wave on the TV here a few seconds later. It's actually fairly well in sync. There it goes. And now it's going to be Inception. Check it out. Here we go. It's Inception time. We're just infinite LPs now. Alright, we better turn that off before the infinite LPs get a little silly. So anyway, how's everybody doing on this very late Saturday night? I'm doing pretty good. I wanted to give this chat show thing a dry run, so we'll see what happens here. See if it goes over fairly well. If I like it, that's the point, is if I like it. If I like the format, if I like the look of the whole thing, you know, all that happy nonsense. Let me go over here. I don't have a cam off for that. I prefer not to do the act of smoking reefer on screen in solidarity with the people who can't. Yeah, because it's not recreational everywhere. And not everybody can until it is. Twitch's policy is nice and liberal enough, but it can be better. It can so be better. All right, let's see what's happening here. There's a lot of people streaming this late at night, which is really strange. Like, I understand a couple of them, okay? Maddie is always streaming. Maddie is constantly streaming. I don't know if he sleeps. Like, genuinely. I question how much rest this man gets over the course of any given day, because he is constantly streaming. Another one is Joe Hills. You'd expect the hermits to be doing things at weird hours because they all have lives. Like Joe, for example, is a developer for the Snow Day, and he has a regular job that he pulls during the day, so when he records, it's usually at weird hours. And he is live right now. Love Joe Hills. Great guy from Nashville, Tennessee. Which genuinely, what, an 8-9 hour drive from me? I need to go to Nashville. I've never been to Nashville. That's the thing I need to do. Joe Hills aside, I just need to go to Nashville. We'll see what happens in the future, right? Maybe there'll be a gaming event in Nashville that I can attend. Maybe Bethesda will do some weird thing in Nashville and suddenly I'll get invited. Or, you know, Skullsy or Fanman will get invited and they'll call me up and go, hey, you can make it to this, right? I mean, yeah. Well, we're going to get you in as a cameraman. I already told him, hey, if you guys get an extra crew kind of a thing, make me a cameraman. I'll come along. I'm the live streamer of the bunch, so I don't really need to go in and pre-record content. I used to be a YouTuber like them, but I'm not anymore. All my YouTube stuff now is here. If you actually want to look at my YouTube channel, here it is. There's my YouTube channel right now as it stands. It's all archival stuff. And other stuff that, like a highlight thing I've got right now is my Dead by Daylight highlights that are going on right now. This playlist right here is all the voiceover work I've done for that creepy reading. Then this is the live stream archive in order. And down here at the bottom is Just Shoot Us, the chat show that we do with our wonderful co-host, the wonderful, lovely The Empress Jody, whom you should go check out if you're not already. Because why are you not checking her out? She's fun. She might be more fun than me. It's possible. Anyway, it's possible that a lot of people are more fun than me. But this is my YouTube channel. You guys can come down, hang out. Look at this early Don't Make My Red Planet Green. Yeah. Look at how I was, like, way back. See, there it is. Look at me. All right. Mad. Bloody hell. Am I? Look how. Am I there? I should be there. I didn't always have this chat window. Hold on here. Let me. There we go. Now you
Bloody
can
hate
see
it. I
better.
bloody hate it.
Sometime I gotta get it. It's gonna cost me a freaking arm and a leg. Hold on, let's play some Billy Mars. Oh, it didn't save itself to the freaking thank you. Great. Thank you, playlist. I love you, playlist. You're great. Yeah, this was before I was doing 2PC right here. There. Now it's a thing where it's 2PC. I can actually relax and not have to worry about the whole machine going to hell. Let's see how far it knocked us backward. But that's how I used to have my stream looking. And that's what's on my YouTube channel right now, is all these different archival videos. So. And I can't get the Lost Prophet name. Here, watch. This is the guy who has the name. He has two videos. One from 12 years ago, which is 2008. And one from 8 years ago, which is, of course, 2012. Dad Shuffle Own and Cinnamon Eater. He has a couple of playlists and stuff. Like, when was he last active? Joined 2007, so I could have gotten the name. But I kind of screwed up on that because I think I joined before that. So 418 views. I should ask the guy, be like, dude, do you even do anything with this anymore? Right? Do you even log in? Can I have the name? Can I get you to delete the channel and let me have the name? Because, like, this channel has no intrinsic value to anyone except for me. And it's weird that I'm not the only one who called myself that. This guy's all into fucking Skill Up, Athlean X, Unbox Therapy, Justin Johnson, Motorcycles, Red Wolf Airsoft. Does not sound like the kind of guy I would go hang out with. Genuinely. But he has control of my channel here. Hold on. Whoop, there we go. So yeah, I spent hours today making these 4 scenes. This one, and this one. Oh, and there's also that one. But that one's not necessary because that one. Okay. We're not BRBing it right now. That's not a thing we're doing. We're just kind of hanging out and chatting. Welcome aboard. If you're lurking, thank you for lurking. I appreciate it. I like my lurkers. My lurkers are pretty cool. So they tend to be some cool people. Not sure usually how that works, but anyway. How are you guys doing tonight? That is a good question. I have no idea who is doing what. Let's see. It looks like Maddie's playing Cyberpunk. This is a game that was recommended to me. I don't know. It's really weird, right? A guy who dove headfirst into Fallout 76 is iffy about Cyberpunk 2077. Completely iffy about Cyberpunk. Number one, I don't have $70 to be spending on a AAA game. Number two, it would certainly test my system. For sure, it would test my system. I would not be able to give you guys 60 FPS gameplay, number one, because my cap card only does 30 FPS. I need to upgrade that. I mean, it was good for what it was and the money at the time, but I'm thinking now I should have spent the extra $50 and gotten the like friggin' super 4K version. But that's another story for another day. We'll figure that one out later. In the meantime, I need to do a lot of things. But the 2060 Super that I have, it would push it. Like, I would get the kind of... here, let's go have a look. There's actually some content that I can... Oh, look who's live. Is he live right now? What? Where's it? Where's his live video then? It streamed 4 hours ago. Why is it showing him as live right now then? He's not live though. Hold on. Subscriptions, yeah, it's King Fan Man, but he's not live. It's showing him as a live icon. What in the hell, cat? I don't know what the hell he's doing. But that's that. Okay, so let's go down here to my subscriptions real quick. Let's go to our good buddy Scalzi here. Now, Scalzi, he's got this new, here's his gameplay. I'm gonna turn this down so he doesn't strike me, although I doubt he would. What in the hell? Hold on, you guys. I do not know what my cat is wigging out about tonight, but let's go over here and have a look. This is Scalzi's gameplay here. Now, unfortunately, I cannot give you anywhere near the quality he does because he is straight up doing 4K ray tracing and everything. It's a very nice looking game. Look at it. It's very nice looking. I'm not going to get these kind of visuals. I will get similar visuals, but mine will be 1080 at 30. So I might as well lock the game at 30 if I'm going to play it here until I get a better capture card. So that's in the future though. I need to, well, number one, get work. That would help a great deal. But this is Scalzi TV's gameplay footage here, just in case you're wondering. It's not mine. I am not playing this game. I do not own this game. This is our good buddy Scalzi right here. He is apparently doing some just quick walkthrough-y stuff here. Let's see, let's move him along here. Ooh, excuse me, there it was. See, it snuck up on me again.
Trapped deep underground following a high-magnitude earthquake. But thanks to their Suzley 2 hibernation implants, the miners were able to survive survive.
See, now that's not too bad.
Food and fresh water for
Right?
2 weeks. Fortunately, after their rescue and following a brief rest for technical evaluation,
Oh, good.
the miners were able
Nice to see there are still furries in 2077.
from below the earth to above it.
Look at the ads.
Has announced plans to
Watson Horror, new episodes Wednesdays at 10 p.m.
subdivided into 3 areas. Industrial,
Okay, so I would assume he would have turned the copyright music thing off. They had to patch that. See, it's already had a massive patch. Not that any of these things would bother me. I can download the entirety of Fallout 76 in a half hour. Whoa! Already he's walking into explodey car. Find all the tarot graffiti in the city. I mean, it looks nice. See? Let me see. I can transcode his shit. Hold on. Let me see. Autoplay. See, it's quality audio 720p. Let's do the 4K looking version here. This is gonna just destroy my bandwidth, but it looks nice, right? This is the actual 4K here. So I mean, it's nice. So here are Skullsy's settings right here. His graphics settings. He has everything cranked. He just doesn't have the resolution scaling extra shit turned on. I'm not sure what that necessarily means, but he has a 2080, an RTX 2080 Super. I have the 2060 Super. So my card is a little bit down from his. I don't know what the difference would be as far as Cyberpunk is concerned. But, you know, it's cool. And I want to thank Skullsy for posting the footage here so we can check it out. There we go. By the way, Skullsy TV right here. This is our good buddy Skullsy. We love Skullsy to death. Bethesda YouTuber, as you can see. He's got all the latest and the greatest in gaming news, including Cyberpunk and the Elder Scrolls and Starfield and Half-Life. And he's got a podcast called Gaming Weekly, which I wish he would put me on already, because I'm bored, clearly. I'm doing this, aren't I? Anyway, there's that. So, I could get the game, but like, how much is it on Steam right now? It's gotta be a ridiculous amount of money. Let's find out. Let me get my Steam up here. Store. Okay, so Cyberpunk is gonna be like, they're gonna have that everywhere. All I have to do is click until I see yellow. There it is. Alright, I am definitely of age. You see, CD Projekt Red, publisher CD Projekt Red, although I guess they're just called CD Projekt now. Not sure. But, install game Gwent the Witcher. No. So yeah, it's $60. I don't have that right now. I do not. I genuinely do not. I can't afford the latest and the greatest in games at the moment, which kind of sucks because I wouldn't mind playing this. You see, here you go, the trailers. Even with Skullsy being at max settings, the trailers look better than Skullsy's gameplay footage. And Skullsy's playing what is supposed, probably, arguably is the definitive version of the game, which is the PC version. It's the definitive, I would hope it's the definitive version of any game. So, however, that's that. That's CD Projekt Red, of course. I'm not sure here, but let's go back to the main store page. Go back here. Let's see what else. What is on sale here? Come on. Let's see what's on sale. There's a freebie. Oh, there's all kinds of crap that got goofed. Let's reload the page. They still do things HTML based, which is, I suppose, nice. New World Interactive 10-year sale up to 78% off. Is there anything worth getting in here? Red Dead 2. Their last update was really light on content. Clearly, Rockstar is favoring the money pit that is Grand Theft Auto Online. You could forget me ever getting an EA game. No Man's Sky, I might be tempted to get. How is Destiny 2 35% off still costing $52? So Wasteland 3, right? That's the successor to the game that inspired Fallout. Yeah. Then Crusader Kings, yeah, because Disco Elysium is a really cool looking game, that's for sure. Planet Zoo, apparently, is on sale. I would like to get Planet Coaster. That wouldn't be too bad, but I can never find the right sale. Recommended by your friend shittymopbucket.btw. That, what a name. Let me see. 18 friends own this game. Really? Who changed their name to... Who is this? These are the games they've played in the last 2 weeks, but sure. Phasmophobia, that's a popular one, isn't it? Yeah. I have not played it. I don't think I have any desire to, if we're being perfectly honest with ourselves, because I barely do the Dead by Daylight, right? Well, I've been doing it a lot lately because it's just been good. You know, I've been having fun. Plenty of my friends play it. Overall, good experience with Dead by Daylight so far. Like, I can jump in early in the morning and play with Battle Dave if I want, or I can get a crew together, stream it late in the evening. Ooh. Once again, one sneaks up on me. Excuse me, everybody. We're just kind of checking out Steam here. Seeing what's happening, talking games and whatnot. Welcome aboard if you're just stepping in. Hi, I'm LP if you don't already know, and this is just kind of a free-form chat night. I just figured I would do something a little different, build a chat scene for myself, because I did this earlier for the Christmas party that I was in. There was a Zoom call, so I built a scene to give myself some cam output to Zoom, because who wants to use a boring cam with a green screen by itself? Who wants a well-lit LP with a boring green background, right? Especially when you have the ability, with the channel points, to change my background at random. Like, for example, say you wanted to turn my background into every underclassman school picture from the 1990s ever. This can be achieved purely through the magic of me not bumping my microphone, and also channel points. So, yeah, lots of fun we can have here. I think we needed a change anyway. So how are we doing tonight, everybody? Everybody's been quiet so far. I've been the only one who's been just chatting. You categorize this as just me chatting. But it's okay. Hopefully folks will come in soon. Come visit us. Saturday night is not normally a night I'm known for streaming on. So, and actually, I'm going to start. This is a kind of relaxing stream here. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's my back massager that's built into my chair. And yes, it really is a back massager. It's not a back massager, like all y'all happy perverts who think. Okay. And another thing I want to do is here. I gotta find this. Let me bring up. bringing this up. Yep. Look at this here. This is the thing I want to get. This is the YepKit USB switchable hub. 3 USB ports. And they are individually addressable and controllable. And here's what I want to do. I want to use that. There's a single version as well, but yeah. I want to use it so I can give you guys control of it via the onboard with channel points. So you can turn my back massager on and off. So what I would do is it's on at this moment. If you can hear the click, off, on. If you can hear the click, I have to do that to turn it on. What I would do is turn it and leave it in its on state. And then through this, I would disable the USB port that it's attached to, thus cutting the power to it, effectively turning it off. And then with the channel points would be used to run a batch script, which would affect this USB hub, turning the power on for a certain number of time, or a certain period of time, in which case another batch script would be executed, turning it off. So you guys would literally be able to give me a back rub with channel points thanks to this. And I want to be able to see, because this is so promising, because there's 3 of these here, I can get other USB fun gadgets, right? I could get other happy go fun crazy tastic gadgets and have you give you guys control of them. Like, say, I don't know, what would I do? I could plug a wireless cam into it, put it on a Roomba or something. I don't know. What would you guys want to see? I want to do crazy shit. Okay? And this will allow me to do crazy shit. It's 35 euro. What is that in American money? I have no fucking clue. Europeans, do you know? I don't know. But I need to get me at least one of these. I also need to get a new front port for my streaming machine. A new USB front port. But yeah, look, that would be just, that right there, fucking amazing. Now there is, hold on, there's products shop. There's a USB 3 version. Yes. This one. It's 80 pounds or 80 euros. This is the USB 3 current high-tech craziness version. Completely unnecessary because the only thing this runs on is USB power. That's it. The USB signal comes into this switch line and then it goes out to this. I can't bring it up quite on camera, which kind of sucks, but it just goes into what is normally a little AC power adapter plug, not the wall plug unit, but you guys know what I'm on about, right? So here is this thing. I mean, that's neat, right? It looks cool. I don't need that version though. Okay, there's also, this is the tiny single version, but it's 25 euros. So for 10 more euros, I get triple the ports. But if you want to do a single one, then this turns any USB port into an addressable USB port that, because I've looked into solutions in Windows, right? There's apps in Windows I can use to control USB ports, but not really like super specific, like, okay, I can control the hub, but Windows deliberately locks you out of controlling the individual ports, and this makes me sad. And I've researched ways to unlock this, trying to use command line utilities that are already come with Windows, because I should be able to do this with Windows. Windows has this functionality already. I should not have to spend 25, 35 euros, however much that is in American dollars, because I do not keep that exchange rate stored in my head. I shouldn't have to spend a ridiculous amount of money with proprietary software to get something that the proprietary software I already have a license for. Thanks $100 that I spent on Windows 10. Excuse me, I should be able to do that. That should be a thing I should be able to do. Absolutely. I mean, the only other way to do it would be to bring it over to the other PC here. It has several different USB hubs on it. And I would be to cut the power to one of those hubs. It would disable all the ports attached to it. That's the problem. Windows, Microsoft, why you gotta make things a pain in the ass? I want the 3-port version of this. This will let me do just some crazy, ridiculous control levels of control for you guys. Right? If I got USB powered key lights, you guys could turn my whole setup off. Or if I could get a USB key light and have you guys change the color of my light during the stream. Or something stupid. I don't know. What I want in that case, I would want a bridge between, and this is a thing I could potentially get away with, because I do have somewhere here, I have a DMX controller. Like a USB DMX controller, which is, actually they're super easy to find, but not super easy to get working. But I know how to get it working now. So in theory, if I could get Lior on board talking with the DMX controller software that I'm using, I could, in theory, could have a USB controlled light show. I could have a USB controlled, like, Christmas tree or something with this. This would almost require another PC. Almost. Okay. So, yeah, they give you the application examples down here. You could turn hard drives on and off. Normal USB hub, all the hard drives would be powered. With this, you can turn one on and the other two off. That's what I need. Absolutely what I need. I have a million USB 2 cables. I would not need to order one to come with it, because that's how, apparently, ostensibly, this port right here in the back, that's how it hooks up. That's what I want, though. Do you realize what I could do with that? Do you realize what I could do with 2 of them? Because for the cost of the USB 3 version, I could get 2 of these. 6, count them, 6 addressable USB ports, all individually controllable. USB devices I could hook up to this thing to give you guys control over would be absolutely fucking genius. And all because I want to make you guys able to control my chair. Now I need to start thinking of USB devices to get the friggin' use with that. God, why am I spending so much money? I don't have any money. That's why I don't buy CD Projekt Red games. I don't know. Anyway, though, I definitely want to get one of these, so that'll be fun. It has been so quiet tonight. I know you guys are lurking, but it would be great if I had some interaction. Some folks to come in, say hello. I think everybody's watching Maddie play Cyberpunk. Is that what he's still doing? Maddie's still playing Cyberpunk? How is it? Birthday stream? How? His birthday was last fucking month. Wow. Like literally last month in well, no, his birthday was in October. Cyber then Sprite Night. Ah, okay. Yeah. So Biz just started. That's cute. All right. And then Jay's chatting over there. He's doing some cooking, it looks like. J4 numbers. Right now. I don't know. I don't want to get Cyberpunk. Number one, yeah, I don't have 60, 70 bucks to spend on Cyberpunk. There we go. How are we doing? How are we doing? So this is Grand Experiment. Okay, I probably should do it like at a time when it's more normal. Like maybe we'll do this Monday morning, right? Wait for Nutty to start streaming, and then we'll just do a just chatting stream over there. We can watch Nutty, because that's what people do. They watch Nutty while he streams, and then they just make fun of him, right? Maybe that's what we'll do, is we'll apply my filters or my channel points effects to one of Nutty's streams. I don't know. That would be a scene in and of itself, and an interesting one to create. Because then it would just be, I'd have the chat panel and everything else. It would be this scene right here. Actually, more like this scene right here. Then everything would be removed from the whole scene, and then it would be applied up there in that panel right there. Which wouldn't be hard to do. It genuinely would not be. So. That is so good. I love how stupid that is. I love how stupid all my channel points rewards are. They're so dumb. This is the dumbest one I've ever done right here. Look at it. And it's the best thing ever, and I absolutely am so proud of it. The motivational thing is one that's like specific to people. This is my first attempt at personalizing channel points rewards. Now that's the thing. Another thing I want to do is come up with more of them than I can personalize them. And one of the things I need to do is I need to get in front of the green screen again. I want to do one where it's me, like slowly coming up and holding a thing over my head, the person's name, and then I just say, fucking epic! And then I just, you know, slowly tick back down or something amusing. That would require a move transition, though. Maybe? Maybe not. I don't know. No, it would. It would require no, those would require move filters. Oh god, the timing on them. Oh, I don't know how to do those. Applying the individual move like points as filters. I've seen Nutty do it. That's how he does a lot of his stuff. Like this isn't. These switches right here are the default. So I don't know. That'd be something though, wouldn't it? Be able to just station. Anyway, there's a reference for you. Did you know that was a typo on the part of the writers? I guess it was. I haven't read the clickbait articles that have this as the title. You know, station was the typo in Bill and Ted 2. I'm sure it was. Station seems like kind of a weird thing to say. I don't know. Let's you know what? Here we go. Let's go have a look-see. Let's go to my channel here, which we immediately need to mute. There we are. Little LP inception there. Oh, look, it's an ad. Let's put them in, well, not full screen mode, but no. Let's see if we can theater mode them. There we go. I don't know what this Prime Video thing is. Apparently this is like Lord of the Flies or some shit. The Wilds. Okay, yeah. And if it's wrong, Biz don't want to be right. Oh, look, it's Kanan. Yep, looks like he's playing Cyberpunk. I wonder how... What first of all, like, what is he using to play it? That is the first question. Like, is he playing on PC, or is this, this looks like console. Yeah, this is console. So somewhere along the line, he got his hands on, I guess, an Xbox One X. Or was the PS5? I can't remember which one it was. Which, in and of itself, begs some questions. But, I don't know. Chewbacca Abercrombie? What a name. Alright. Let's get off there before he gets mad at me. Wouldn't want Joe mad at me. God forbid Joe gets mad. Alright, so let's go ahead and crush that and go back to my manager. There we go. Seems like Cyberpunk 2077 is where it's at the moment. If you ask me, this game was a bit overhyped. Like, again, it illustrates a pattern in gamers, and I hate to say it because there are two sides to a coin that has no good sides. Both sides are shitty. Okay. There are two sides to the gaming coin. Number one, we have the game developers. Okay, who make... This almost goes back to Peter Molyneux himself. Just him. They ever since the model changed from having to release a complete game up front, right? Because back in the day with the systems that were not online, everything up to the Sega Saturn, basically. Everything up to the Sega Saturn was DLC was not a thing. You couldn't extend the life of a game with a patch. You couldn't fix bugs with a patch. You had to release a whole other revision. Everything came finalized, gold mastered on a freaking cartridge or a CD. And that was the end of that. Okay, and that was up until the Sega Saturn, because the Sega Saturn was the first one to really do online connectivity in any decent capacity. It had been done before, long before. The Satellaview for the Nintendo consoles in Japan, right? They had a bunch of stuff. And then there were other services, like, didn't Sega have one for a while? A cartridge base that you could do dial-up? But back then, you couldn't do that. You had to release a good game. Like, it had to be good out of the box. It could not be broken out of the box. And it had to have at least some measure of replay value, which meant it had to be even better than normal. Because this was the $40-50 you were getting, period, for this game. There was no microtransactions, DLCs, season passes, none of that shit. And once that model changed, and it really started to happen from like the PS2 forward, right? The PS2, and once the Xbox came onto the scene, then the model switched, and this is when game companies started to get even more well, they started to put themselves even more in hot water. Because then they'd announce games, they'd hype games because they want people to buy games. But because of now that games are a big deal and over time corporations got involved, okay, they're pushing onto the game developers commercial concerns that game developers in the past wouldn't have worried about. Like, yeah, you had your holiday season releases, but now it's like everything's being worked on for the holiday season, and game developers used to release 3 and 4 games a year. Konami used to shove 3 or 4 titles out the door. Same with, like, let's see, who else? Bandai, right? Bandai would be another one. Here's another third-party developer. Hudson would crank them out. Although Hudson became a first-party developer, didn't they? Didn't Nintendo pick them up? I guess. I don't know. Who else was there back in the day? LJN. Shitty that they were, right? Still. You cranked out 3 and 4 games a year, and those 3 or 4 games a year had to be good to justify a $50 fucking price tag for the fucking ROM cart. And you weren't patching it, you weren't releasing it 60% done and patching the other 40% day one. That's dumb. They do this now because corporations have caught on. Okay, gaming is hot now and investment firms wanted to get involved. Okay, that's a problem because now it brings in the world of corporate deadlines and shareholder expectations and crap like that. And that's why game companies are constantly putting themselves in hot water. That's why Bethesda put themselves in hot water 2 years ago with Fallout 76. It's why Bethesda has been in hot water since basically Daggerfall, because their games have been in... Bethesda's known, they're called Bugthesda for a reason. They are known for releasing buggy games, but they have also been known for releasing extremely buggy games in an era where you can release patches for them, because the Xbox, the original Xbox, had online connectivity. You could get a patch and DLCs for Morrowind. That was when it started. And now it just exposes the game companies, the flaws in corporate ownership of them. And another problem part, the other side of that coin, because I said it was 2 sides of a coin that had no good sides. So the corporate side of it is one part of the problem. The other part of the problem is the consumer end. And yeah, I'm going to talk about gamers in a negative light, because this is a thing I have noticed over the course of probably the last 10 years especially. Gamers are entirely too fucking entitled. Sorry, but it's true. Everybody has too big a sense of entitlement. Okay? Nowhere was this more evident to me than in a couple of instances. Let's start with Konami. Now that Tom doesn't work for Konami anymore, I feel a little better talking negatively about Konami. But Konami. I'm hearing something. Hold on. Okay, must just be the return water. Konami versus Hideo Kojima. Okay? Problem number 1 with gamers is gamers tend to put some developers on a pedestal. Okay? Like Hideo Kojima, he's the guy that did Metal Gear, like the original Metal Gear that I played. And although I don't think he was involved in the NES port, which was the port I would play, because the original game was released for the MSX, and the MSX was never available in the United States. Thus, we got the NES port with the extended outdoor sequence and all the changes. Blah, blah, blah. Well, at somewhere along the line, Konami and Kojima had this falling out, right? And he left Konami, or Konami booted him, whatever the fuck was the circumstance. Either way, they parted ways. They parted company, and it was not amicable. And gamers will argue online like they have been personally hurt by this. And that a lot of gamers will vehemently back Kojima. Like, vehemently. And this extends to other things too, like an argument I had the other day on Skullsy's Discord with Skips, I think their name is I was told they were a problem child, but this is the problem. Gamers feel personally slighted by the missteps of a company like Bethesda Softworks, or Bethesda Game Studios in this case. Bethesda Softworks is the publisher. The true problem here is ZeniMax Media, but here's the thing. Gamers feel like companies owe them personally for these slights, right? Like, oh, Konami dissed Kojima. They owe us because they dissed Kojima. Number one, Kojima is... I wouldn't call him a rock star. Okay? Basically, Kojima is famous for taking a game that was supposed to be a shooter, and because of hardware limitations on the MSX, pared it down to a stealth game, and it took off. Kojima got lucky, I guess you could say. Because Metal Gear was not supposed to be... Metal Gear was started development as a game called Intruder. And it was supposed to be more of a straightforward action shooter than it was a stealth game. Kojima made it a stealth game because of engine limitations and hardware limitations with the MSX. And it got even worse when they got to the NES, because the NES was a more limited console than the MSX. It was designed for a different purpose, in other words. The MSX was a full-on computer. But then the falling out happens, right? And now gamers are just incensed over Konami, the Konami-Kojima split. Like, they are personally affected by it. I don't know how. But they will rabidly defend Kojima. Or rabidly defend Konami. Now, the reason I didn't badmouth Konami for the longest time is obviously because of Konami's minor, and I stress the word minor, involvement in my going to E3 last year, because I was invited by a Konami employee, not by Konami themselves. This was a personal invitation from a Konami employee who is a friend of mine. That's how I got into E3 with an industry pass last year that said Konami Digital Entertainment. I was gifted that because my friend was allocated passes for guests. I was allocated one of them. Is a very, very rare thing to happen. You got to know somebody in the industry, and I happen to know somebody. So, but yeah. That's why I didn't badmouth Konami. Now that Tom no longer works there, I'm a little looser with the Konami talk, but again, too, I'm not a Kojima fanatic. I never will be, I don't think. Same thing, too, with a thing I did for Creepy. I did this video for Creepy. Here, let's go back to my YouTube here. Let me get my channel up here, my channel. Alright, so anyway, here we go. I'm going to bring this up here. I did this games you can't play anymore. This was the video, okay? And then my section is for PT. Is this PT here? Winking, no. Where's PT? Okay, apparently he didn't put it in there, but anyway. I will be right back, you guys. I gotta go hit the loo. So stick around. We'll be back. I'll be back to chat a little more right after this. Boy, howdy, just everybody and their brother streaming Cyberpunk right now. Like, right now. Anyway, here's where we were going with this. Where is the section on PT? I gotta find this. Rob Liefeld is the Deadpool creator. I'm gonna find the part about PT here. That is not it. No. That's Flappy Bird. Weird Geek. Where? Oh, wait. Is that it? Edge of Reality? No. I don't know where it is. So, yeah, he got, PT was one of the games we discussed in this video. That much I can tell you. And I had to read it. And the original script came to me. I think I may still have it. Hold on, let me see if I still have the original script here. Where... TCR Narrations would be the name of the... Yep, here it is. Okay, Dead Games. Script raw. Is this my edited version? Yeah, I really want to continue. Whatever. Cancel that. Yeah, sure. All right. Yeah, this is my edit. So I apparently do not have the original. Yeah, yeah, this is yeah, this may be the original here, because this, I don't think this is the version that I read. Was PT really the first game in that video? Huh. Okay. Yeah, this is where everybody gets slated. Well, you took this game away from us. Ladies and gentlemen, it sucks, but there are things like intellectual property rights. And unfortunately, companies like Konami control them. So if they want to take PT off the PlayStation Marketplace, they can't. If they want to strip Kojima's name off of a thing, they can. They own it. That's the way it works. The same thing with recently. Recently, there was a big dust-up over Apple TV. Apple TV acquired the broadcast rights to one of the Charlie Brown specials. I can't remember which one. Was it You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown? Or was it Good Charlie Brown Christmas? I'm not sure. One of the Charlie Brown specials, Apple TV acquired the rights to it and was going to broadcast it exclusively on their streaming service. People freaked the fuck out because this thing was not going to be on regular TV. However, here's the thing, that what Apple is doing has been around for a very long time. These are called broadcasting rights. And the reason why certain networks show these things for a couple of years and then it moves to another network was because a broadcast rights expire and another network picks them up. Okay? In this case, Apple TV picked up the most recently expired broadcast rights from whichever network they lapsed under, and they want to put it on their streaming service, which is no different than having a broadcast network keep it solely on their network. The only problem is you can't just change the channel and come across Charlie Brown. That's why people are freaking, because you actually have to pay for it. That's everybody's major problem with Apple TV and their acquisition of the broadcast rights to the Charlie Brown cartoons. Blows my gourd. People, that's that sense of entitlement that I'm talking about. It's like you are so used to a thing being a certain way for so long that when it changes, you throw a conniption fit because it throws your expectations all out of whack. It'd be like if Turner, who before they started doing it didn't do it at all. Christmas Story, 24 Hours of a Christmas Story. Seeing as how we're in Cleveland, we might as well talk about Christmas Story again, because half of it was the exteriors were shot here. Yeah. If Turner stopped doing that, where they run it 24 hours a day, or for 24 hours solid on repeat on both TBS and TNT, people would hang, or at least demand the hanging of the Turner executives for doing such a thing, because they feel like they are entitled to a thing that is well and truly an executive broadcast decision. Now, the chances of Turner giving up the broadcast rights to this movie are slim to none, because back in the 80s, Turner went on a media acquisition spree, which resulted in the birth of things like Turner Classic Movies and Turner Cartoon Network, because Turner needed an outlet for all his crap he bought. Well, part of the crap he bought was A Christmas Story. And now but if Turner stopped doing that, and I don't mean Ted Turner himself, because I don't even think is he even like conscious anymore? I don't think he's dead yet, but damn. Ted Turner ain't been in the news since, like, he still owned WCW, right? The Time Warner implosion? The AOL Time Warner implosion? But yeah, if he stopped doing that, people would freak out. Same thing with Apple TV and the friggin' Charlie Brown broadcast rights. And it's prevalent in Fallout, too, which is the argument I had on Skullsy's server. People feel slighted, and they're like, well, Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 and Fallout New Vegas are the best because Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 were Black Isle, and Fallout New Vegas was done by Obsidian, which was most of Black Isle, so it's the only real Fallout, and Bethesda Fallout isn't real Fallout. I hate to fucking break it to you kids, but Bethesda Fallout is very much indeed real Fallout. Whether you like it or not. Because Bethesda Game Studios and its higher-up parent company, ZeniMax Media, who we will get into, don't worry. They own the intellectual property that is Fallout. We all know this story. Interplay fucked up. Bethesda stepped in and picked up the rights, but Interplay maintained the rights to develop a Fallout MMO, which they failed to do and resulted in Bethesda taking full ownership of the Fallout intellectual property. And like it or not, kids, that's the way it is. Fallout 3, Fallout 4, and yes, Fallout 76 are indeed very real, very official, and very canon Fallout games, and you're just going to have to live with it. Black Isle / Obsidian is not sacrosanct over Bethesda. It is literally who owns the rights to everything that determines all this crap. But gamers feel so entitled about this stuff that isn't even theirs. It's like Star Wars fans, and here's... I'm a Star Wars fan, okay? I am literally the same age as Star Wars. Period. Okay? I was born in November of 1977. Star Wars came out earlier that year in May. Thus, Star Wars and I both are 43 years old. Okay? And while I'm a more flexible person, right? I'm okay with the newer Star Wars stuff. A lot of people my age and older, the original Star Wars fans, as it were, the ones who bought the Underoos and watched Ewoks on Saturday mornings, right? They were pissed off from the word go about the prequels. Okay? That kind of hate. Now, granted, the prequels... But that kind of hate was the same kind of entitlement as where that came from. Because Star Wars fans feel like Star Wars has to be a certain way. What the problem was with the prequels, Star Wars fans didn't own the thing, Lucas did. And therefore, at the time, George Lucas could do what the fuck he wanted with it. And he did, in the form of the 3 prequel movies that barely anybody likes until you get to Revenge of the Sith. Like, people are literally so snotty about it that they say you just completely ignore episode 2. And watch episode 1 as a flashback somewhere along the line between, I think, episodes 5 and 6 or something like that. Where you get the fall, right? I don't know. And then you watch Jedi, and I don't know. It's weird. But people were so pissed off about that, pissed off about Jar Jar, pissed off about the fact that it looked newer. Well, it's cinema technology, people. The problem was, it wasn't theirs to bitch about. Like, they can feel cheated all they want. It's not their Star Wars all they want. They can feel that. Problem is, it wasn't theirs then, isn't theirs now. Now look, I don't like what Kathleen Kennedy tried to do to Star Wars, okay? I have news for Kathleen Kennedy. The Force was always female. Because who was the most badass member of the Star Wars triumvirate? Hands down, it was Princess Leia Organa Skywalker Solo. The Force was always female, you idiot. Into the garbage chute, flyboy. Who took charge? It's a fucking rescue mission. She had to take charge of her own rescue mission. And then Kathleen Kennedy wanted to ram it down our throats, and Rian Johnson fucked it up with the second one. We all know this. It's bad. It's very objectively bad. And the third one is bad because it had to reconcile how bad the second one was. But at the end of the day, it's not ours. I don't care if you hate Rey and Finn and Poe. I don't care if you don't like the fact that they killed Han Solo. I counter that you're not a true Star Wars fan unless you knew Han Solo was gonna die the minute Harrison Ford signed up for the new movies. You think it was guaranteed Han Solo was gonna die because he wanted Han Solo to die in Empire. And instead he was frozen in carbonite and brought back in Jedi. There was no way Harrison Ford was signing on to those fucking movies unless he had the guarantee that Han Solo was gonna die. Promise. He has not disclosed that. He has not said that. But I can almost guarantee you that that was a stipulation. At some point during that point, Han Solo had to die. Now, the reason they brought Han back in the third movie was because of the passing of Carrie Fisher. That was supposed to be her scene. But unfortunately, she passed away and couldn't do it. But again, people up in arms over these movies because they're not what they expect. That's not Star Wars. That's not Metal Gear. That's not Fallout. That's the problem with gaming, is the developers that overhype everything. And they're forced to, honestly, by their corporate overlords. They overhype everything, and they were given these arbitrary release dates to meet sales expectations and all this stupid shit. It's not about games anymore. The developers try to keep it about games, but they're also having a gun held to their heads. People don't understand that, and then gamers just get arbitrarily mad. Oh, what Bethesda did was a personal slight against me, and I feel like Bethesda owes me for that. Okay? Number one, the Nuka-Shine bottle. Really? You're gonna get all pissed off about a plastic fucking bottle? Well, we were expecting this. The canvas bag thing, yeah, that was kind of shitty. But if you didn't order the fucking Power Armor edition, that canvas bag issue didn't fucking affect you. But you still love to harp about it, huh? I didn't order the Power Armor edition. I ordered the Tricentennial edition. All my shit was in game. I didn't have to worry about a moldy helmet or a nylon bag in place for canvas one. But everybody who fucking... all the people who hate on the game are the people who don't play it, yet they feel personally slighted by Bethesda because of it. That's the funny part. Like, there's guys like Clean Prince Gaming who he doesn't even play the games he criticizes. He steals other people's footage of them. I wouldn't be surprised one day if he criticized Dead by Daylight and I would find footage of me playing that game in his video. At which point I would just slap him silly with the fucking DMCA. I would love to take down Clean Prince because he's a piece of shit. He's just a piece of shit. He's not even a real content creator. He is dreg. He's a fucking thief. Steals other people's footage, and then he just does derivative fucking clickbaity crap just like everybody else. Yeah. And these are the people who are mad and feel slighted by Bethesda. And this is indicative of the greater problem of fucking gamer entitlement in this industry. And the other side of that problem coin is the industry itself, and having fallen into this new business model where they can rush everything out and fix it later and add more to it later, and constantly, instead of charging once for a game like we used to back in the cartridge days, now we're charged multiple times for a fucking game because games as a service is a corporate thing. Everybody piles the fuck on Todd Howard. It ain't Todd, people. Todd is operating under a directive from, until next year, ZeniMax not ZeniMax Online. ZeniMax Online is a studio. ZeniMax Media. Okay? He's operating under marching orders from Providence Equity Partners and Robert Altman, the majority shareholders in Bethesda's parent company. But everybody pile on Todd Howard. Todd Howard! Man, let's put up all the Todd Howard memes. Where the fuck are the Robert Altman memes? That's who your problem child has been for the last 15 years with Bethesda Game Studios. Not Todd Howard, not Pete Hines, not anybody like that. It's been Robert fucking Altman and the anonymous suits who throw money around like it's fucking air at Providence Equity Partners. I did a whole video on this 2 years ago that got no attention until Juicehead fucking talked about it. And still to this day. And it's because, well, these are the people responsible for the game. CD Projekt Red is responsible for their shit. Well, technically, yes, they are, because they are both studio and publisher. But really, at the end of the day, I think they have a parent company. I'm not sure who it is yet. I don't think they're that independent. They have to have a parent company, because they had a big fucking display at E3. Like, huge. Like, they had an interior within an interior in their display. I don't know. That is a problem, though. Gamers have a very overinflated sense of entitlement. And developers are hamstrung by corporate whims. And we start to see these subpar games get released. And I don't know why we're still calling them controversies. 2015, SimCity. The launch that killed Maxis. That was full 3 years before the fucking problem that was Fallout 76. Here's the difference. 2 years later, people still play Fallout 76, including me. 2 years after SimCity 2015 came out, nobody played SimCity 2015 anymore. Everybody was bigger failure than Fallout 76. Nobody plays SimCity. It killed the studio. EA fucking killed Maxis to release that game. And everybody rightly piles on EA for that shit, because EA is the corporate parent problem. EA ceased to be a fucking developer and started being a fucking full-blown fucking publisher / corporation. That was when EA developed its problems, once they started being a corporate entity. And people jump on them. Does anybody pile on Will Wright over at Maxis? No! Because Maxis didn't fuck it up. EA did by making ridiculous fucking demands. Now, here's the thing. Let me get back here. Here's the thing we're gonna watch. I'm gonna go into my video history here. Let's see. Can I get just this in my menu over here? I don't know. I'm still in the subscription thing. Yeah, here's history. Okay. Let me bring this down here. There's a funny moments thing here. What the fuck moments, right?
What the?
Yeah. This game just as broken as any other game. See, there you go. Just as broken as any other game.
This guy. Alright, bro. Abi şurada bizimkiler girse bir açıklama yap oğlum, bu ne oluyor? Allah! Öyle yapma kral.
Game cutting in and out on this guy. That dude just literally teleported in. See? Cyberpunk is just as broken.
Teleport to me, or did he have crazy space?
You get, there's entire videos done on how broken it is. There's actually a third volume of this now. There's T-posing, look. And then here's the funny part. It actually looks at him. Like the rest of the models T-posing, but the freaking head and the AI still work, apparently. Yeah. Expectation versus reality. And there's the reality. It's bad. Like it, and it's just as bad as any of these other games that people are piling on. Okay? I mean, granted, it's not as broken as, say, a release SimCity 2015, and yeah, it's not as broken as 76 was at launch, but this is a game that was announced, what, in 2014? 2012? 2014 this game was announced? They've been working on this game for 6 to 8 years. It has been hyped to the moon and back. Okay? And this is the other side of the Bethesda coin here, because we're going to go back to this well. Bethesda, everybody complains about Bethesda not talking about their games, right? Like, they don't say anything until like 6 months before the game is getting ready to release. And it still comes out buggy as shit, right? We don't want to show it to you until it's ready, Todd Howard says. On the other side of that coin, CD Projekt Red announced Cyberpunk, before it had the 2077 attached to it, Cyberpunk as a game in 2012 or 2014. I can't remember which one it was. Okay? And it was delayed 3 times. 3 different times it was delayed. And also, it was worked on in the middle of this ridiculous pandemic, which kind of killed everything. But And it's still a mess. Apparently there's somebody doing glitches and exploits and stuff like that. I'm seeing a bunch of live channels here. Yeah, the thing got an 18 gigabyte day 1 patch or day 2 patch. But the problem is, after all that hype, after all that time in development, after 3 fucking delays, we still have to talk about patches to fix stupid shit. And this isn't just CD Projekt Red. My problem is, everybody's full 8 in this game. Everybody's hyping this game. Everybody is sucking this game's wang. Right? And it's just as broken as any other title that people will fucking dogpile on. Why? Because it's basically biased. They want it to be awesome, and they will ignore the obvious problems with it. I don't know. I'm glad I didn't buy the hype in this game. So, Cyberpunk was not a major concession.
Oh, wow. Good landing, man.
There we go. I was just... I don't know what it was. I was kind of burnt out on 76, maybe? The game that I am most hyped for right now be released anytime soon is probably Weaving Tides, because it looks cool, and I did a playthrough of that a while ago. I may do another one in the near future because that was fun. That Weaving Tides game looks really neat, and I can get through it in about 2 hours, 3 hours. There's a good 2 or 3 hours of content to start off with. Of course, that was also a blind playthrough of the demo, so I was getting used to things, and if I were to do it again, I would have to be a situation where I would look at it again. But it's a great game. It's a great looking game. It's a great concept. I'm hyped for it to come out. I was not hyped for Cyberpunk. Everybody else was. I mean, right now there's ostensibly a talking video game console playing this game right now. Right? Let's go over here. Let me see real quick. I assume he's still doing it. Oh, another Prime Video commercial. We'll just wait for that. Yeah, he's still doing the... Here's that. They're doing that Lord of the Flies thing. The Wilds. There we go. So here you go. Apparently data mines were part of the game. Everybody should love that, right? Double XP weekend, double caps limit. Oh, it's a double XP weekend in 76, but it doesn't matter because I already I got the challenges done. Evil Spork, I already made it, and this is the last bit. Yeah, okay. Wow. Filleted him a little harder. Oh, God. Everybody's going to see. I would laugh if this game fucked up so badly that it bricked his entire brand new console. I would laugh my ass off. I am not sorry for that. Because what I was told versus what has panned out, two different things. Told happened. Or should I put them on different hands? Told actually happened. Polar opposite things. And I was unceremoniously... I'll just use the word dismissed. Which is really weird. Oh well. And it's crazy because things are still panning out in my favor anyway. You know. Boz in the spell that's funny. That's good. See now though. Apparently it wasn't that immediate of a problem. Yeah, nothing you can't fix real quick, right? But yeah, that's gonna do it. I should probably do this like later in the day, huh? Like, I may start doing like a morning chat show, we'll see. But this didn't turn out too badly. The scenes work okay, the format is alright. I'm okay with it, so rather than continuing on into the night, I am gonna go work on some other stuff here, and I want to thank you to the couple of lurkers who actually came in and joined me for this little adventure tonight. Not a terrible thing. Alright, so I'm going to get out of the way and let everybody play their Cyberpunk 2077 because that's what everybody's doing, apparently. I don't own it, so I don't play it, so, you know. I guess, you know, PS5s are more important than rent. Stay safe, play hard. I will see you guys tomorrow night. We'll play some Dead by Daylight. It'll be fun. Later on.
You are like a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert. Yeah, and I am the entire desert.